Hello dear students, today we are going to learn different integral properties and the questions based on this which was given in the previous board examinations. This session is going to be helpful to solve the problems related to this topic as well as for the exams like JEE, main and advanced. Okay, we are aware of the different integral according to the fundamental theorem of integral calculus, where we define integral of a to b f of x dx is equal to a to b f of x dx. Yes, a to b f of x dx is equal to f of b minus f of a. This is the basic definition of definite integral according to the fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Right. Now let us learn these properties very quickly. The first one is like this. If first of all, the function should be a continuous function defined in the closed interval AB. Yes. Then this property we can call it as change of variable property or dummy variable property. Here x was replaced with t. That is what the thing we need to notice here. Coming to the second one, here, yes, order of the integration has been changed. Here it is a to b. Whenever you change the order, yes, the integral changes in its sign. So a to b, we change the order like b to a, then we are going to get minus here in the beginning. Now, the third one is, yes, we can break the integral. We can break the integral. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to integral of a to c f of x dx plus c to b f of x dx. We can call this as additivity property. The condition is c should lie between a and b, isn't it? Fine. Now, integral a to b f of x dx. Fourth one is, yes, we can write up lower limit plus upper limit minus x. Okay. Whenever the lower limit is 0, this is the continuity of this one. Whenever the lower limit is 0, yes, we can write it as upper limit minus x. This property we are going to use quite often in solving the problems. These properties enable to solve the problems related to definite integrals in a quite easy manner. Fine. Now, the sixth one is minus a to a f of x dx is 2 into integral 0 to a f of x dx. When it happens, if f of x is even, what is the even function? If you are able to write f of minus x as f of x, I say the function is even. If you are able to write f of minus x as minus of f of x, then we can say the function is odd function here, right? So if it is odd, the value of the integral is 0. Likewise, the seventh one, if you see 0 to 2a, yes, f of x dx will become 2 into integral 0 to a f of x dx. If f of 2a minus x is f of x, if it is minus of f of x, the value of the integral is 0, right? Let us have a proof of one of the property here. Let us see. Yes. Let us see the fifth property. How to prove this? Proofs are very simple. Put x is equal to, fifth one, put x is equal to a minus t. Then what happens? Dx will become minus dt. Yes, in different integrals, whenever we go for substitution, yes, the limits also will be changed, right, like this. So initially, the limits are 0 and a. Now, what happens when x is equal to 0 here? What happens? What is the value of t here? T will become a. Or else when x is equal to, yes, a, when x is equal to a, t will become 0, isn't it? Finally, the given integral will change like this. Integral of 0 to a f of x dx will become, yes, integral of a to 0, yes, this is f of x means a minus t, dx means minus dt. Dx means minus dt. Right. First of all, here minus is there. Yes, I want to change the limits. Minus, write it outside and simultaneously changing the limits. So it will become plus. So 0 to a f of a minus t dt. Right. Now using the dummy variable property, I can write this as integral of 0 to a f of a minus x dx. This is what we are supposed to prove. Likewise, we can prove every property also. Proofs are not essential, but to make you understand, it is better to learn them. It is better to learn them. Right. Let us try to solve some problems based on these properties. Yes. Now, trying to solve the first question, 0 to 1 log of 1 by x minus 1 dx. How to solve this particular question? Observe carefully. This is 0 to 1 log of, take the LCM first of all. So this is 1 minus x by x dx. Right. So whenever lower limit is 0, according to the property phi, we can write here upper limit minus x. Yes, that is what I am going to do now. This is log of 1 minus of 1 minus x by x. So simplify. After simplifying, what you are going to get here? Log of, yes, log of 1 and 1 will get cancelled. X by 1 minus x dx. X by 1 minus x dx. Can I write this as minus of 0 to 1? In fact, I will show you this can be written as 1 minus x by x whole power minus 1. Yes, when we try to reverse, power will come minus 1 here, isn't it? So what is this? Minus 1. Yes, in logarithms we have a property. That minus 1 will come to the base. So this is log of 1 minus x by x, which is nothing but minus of I. If this is I, this is minus I. So transpose 2i is equal to 0. The value of the integral is 0. So what we have done, we have applied the property. Here the lower limit is 0, applied upper limit minus x. Why we have reversed this one? Yes, we know that 1 by x is nothing but x power minus 1. X power minus 1. That is why I have tried to reverse this one. I took the reciprocal. Then obviously it will come like this. Yes, in logarithms, power can be written in the base. So this became minus I. Finally, the value of the integral became 0. Right. Fine. Moving on to second question. Integral 0 to pi by 2, 1 by 1 plus e power sin x. Yes, here also applying the property as lower limit is 0, applying the property as, yes, integral of 0 to pi by 2, 1 by 1 plus e power sin of pi by 2 minus x. Sin of pi by 2 minus x, which is nothing but 0 to pi by 2, 1 plus e power cos x, dx. So whenever lower limit is 0, we are writing it as upper limit minus x. Whenever lower limit is 0, we are writing it as upper limit minus x. Yes, here the limit is 2 pi, not pi by 2. So this is a 2 pi. So what happened? This is a sine of 2 pi minus x. Sine of 2 pi minus x. So finally, yes, sine of 360 minus theta will be minus sine theta. Yes, 360 minus theta or 360 minus x falls in fourth quadrant. So finally, this is 0 to 2 pi 1 by 1 plus 1 by e power sine x. E power minus x can be written as 1 by e power x. So this will become integral of 0 to 2 pi e power sine x by 1 plus e power sine x. If you take the LCM, that is what you are going to get. Yes, this is I and this is also I. Add I and I. Yes, so I plus I is equal to integral of 0 to 2 pi 1 by 1 plus e power sine x dx plus integral of 0 to 2 pi e power sine x by 1 plus e power sine x dx. Yes, now we can take the LCM by combining. Yes, this will become 1 plus e power sine x and the numerator also will become 1 plus e power sine x. So integral of, yes, you will be left out with the dx here. Integral of dx is x within the limits 0 to 2 pi. So finally this is 2 pi minus 0, which is 2 pi. LHS is 2i is equal to 2 pi. So the value of the integral will become I is equal to pi. Just we applied the property, the lower limit is 0, upper limit minus x, sine 360 minus x falls in fourth quadrant. So we are going to get minus sine x and a little manipulation in the end. Yes, yes. Now see the third question. 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x. Yes, apply the property I is equal to integral of 0 to pi by 4 as lower limit is 0, writing x as upper limit minus x. So this will become tan of pi by 4 minus x, tan of pi by 4 minus x dx. Yes. Now little simplification. Log of tan of pi by 4 minus x. It appears like tan of a minus b. Tan of a minus b formula. Yes, tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So here A is pi by 4 and B is x dx. Now this is 0 to pi by 4 log of, yes, 1 plus tan pi by 4 is 1, 1 minus tan x, denominator also tan pi by 4 is 1. So 1 into tan x, tan x. Now this is integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of, yes, obviously the next step is LCM, taking the LCM here. So 1 plus tan x plus 1 minus tan x by 1 plus tan x. Now here tan x and tan x will get cancelled. Tan x and tan x will get cancelled. So what will be left here? Integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of 2 by 1 plus tan x. Log of 2 by 1 plus tan x. This is like log of m by n. Log of m by n we can apply, right? We can write it as log m minus log n. So log 2 minus log of 1 plus tan x. Now split it. If you split here, this is integral of 0 to pi by 4 log 2 dx minus integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x dx. Integral of 0 to pi by 4 log of 1 plus tan x is nothing but I only. So this will become 0 to pi by 4. Yes, here only we can apply the integration here in log 2 outside back because it is the constant which is not related to x. So integral of dx will be x within the limits 0 to pi by 4 minus I. So minus I, if it is transposed here, 2i is equal to log 2 into, yes, if we apply the limits here, pi by 4 minus 0, log 2 into pi by 4 minus 0. Now if you transpose here I to RHS, you are going to get the value of I as pi by 8 log 2. Pi by 8 log 2. So after applying the property using the formula of tan of A minus B, tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B, then taking the LCM, tan x and tan x got cancelled here. Applying the logarithmic property also, log of m by n. Then it will be written, it can be written as log m minus log n. This is nothing but I. This is being transposed to LHS. It became 2i. Integral of dx is x. Apply the limits. Finally, we got the answer. I is equal to pi by 8 log 2. Yes. 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 Next question. Here 0 to pi x tan x by secant x plus tan x. So I is equal to, applying the property again, lower limit is 0, applying upper limit minus x. Okay, before applying the property, yes, I would like to convert sine and cos. In fact, I want to convert tan secant as in terms of sine and cos. So what you are going to get, this is x into sine x by cos x, and the denominator you see here 1 by cos x plus sine x by cos x, right? This is going to become finally 0 to pi, yes, x sine x by 1 plus sine x. Cos x and cos x will get cancelled. Now apply the property I is equal to 0 to pi, x means pi minus x, so sine of pi minus x by 1 plus sine of pi minus x. Yes, sine of 180 minus theta, sine theta, because 180 minus theta falls in second quadrant, sine is positive, and for 180 and 360 we get the same trigonometric ratio, so this will become pi minus x into sine x by 1 plus sine x. Now multiply with pi there, this is 0 to pi into sine x minus x into sine x by 1 plus sine x dx. So dx is there everywhere. Okay, fine. Now this is I. Already we know what is I. So adding those two, I plus I will become integral of 0 to pi. Yes. This is I, x sine x by 1 plus sine x dx plus 0 to pi. This is pi sine x minus x sine x by 1 plus sine x dx. So add these two. What you are supposed to get here? Integral of 0 to pi. 1 plus sine x will be the LCM, and x sine x plus pi sine x minus x sine x dx. So here x sine x will get eliminated or get cancelled here. You are going to get, yes, right, pi outside, integral of 0 to pi sine x by 1 plus sine x dx. This is what I got, where LHS is 2i. Fine. Now as the denominator is 1 plus sine x, write it as, in order to evaluate this integral, this is 0 to pi. I am trying to add 1, subtract 1. So 1 plus sine x minus 1 by 1 plus sine x dx. So this is pi into this by this is 1. So 1 minus 1 by 1 plus sine x whole dx. This is like a minus b by c. A by c minus b by c. This by this will get cancelled. You will be left with 1 minus of 1 by 1 plus sine x dx. Right. Now we are going to split this integral. Like this is pi into integral of, yes, here also limits are there, 0 to pi dx minus pi into integral of 0 to pi 1 by 1 plus sine x dx. 1 by 1 plus sine x dx. Right. Here if you integrate, you are going to get x within the limits 0 to pi minus pi into, here I am going to apply the property again, 0 to pi 1 by 1 plus sine x as sine of pi minus x, or else you can multiply and divide with, yes, 1 minus sine x. You can rationalize also. I think rationalizing will become more easier here. Let us see what happens. This is 1 minus sine x. Denominator is 1 plus sine x into 1 minus sine x is nothing but, yes, a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square. We will be left here with cos square x. 1 minus sine square x is cos square x dx. Right. Now this will become, yes, pi into pi minus 0 after applying the limits. This is minus of pi into, yes, integral of 0 to pi. This will become 1 by cos square x minus sine x by cos square x. Sine x by cos square x dx. So 1 by cos square x is, yes, secant x minus sine x by cos square x will nothing but secant x into tan x. Secant x into tan x. Let us do this. The remaining part here, this is nothing but pi into pi square. Okay, LHS is 2i only. This is minus of pi into, yes, 1 by cos square x is secant square x minus of secant x into tan x. Secant x into tan x dx. Now here also split. So what happens? This is pi square minus pi into integral of 0 to pi secant square x dx minus integral of 0 to pi secant x tan x dx. Secant x tan x dx. So here you will be left with integral of secant square x is tan x within the limits 0 to pi, big bracket here, minus of integral of secant x tan x is secant x within the limits 0 to pi. Right. Now apply the limits cautiously. This is pi square minus pi into, this is tan pi minus tan 0 minus of, this is secant pi minus secant 0. Secant pi minus secant 0. So this is pi square minus pi into the value of tan pi is 0. Tan 0 also 0. So this will become 0 minus 0. Here secant pi is minus 1. Secant 0 is 1. So this will become minus 1 is minus 2. So this is pi square minus pi into minus 2. Minus 2 outside minus is there. Minus or minus will become plus. So this is pi plus 2. 2i is equal to pi square minus pi plus 2. Yes. Coming to the final step. Right. Here if you notice, observe. This is, okay, I'll write one more step here. This is pi square minus pi into, minus will become plus 2 pi. 2 pi. So this is, if you take pi common, pi into pi plus 2. 2i is equal to pi into pi plus 2. So I is equal to pi into pi plus 2 by 2. I is equal to pi into pi plus 2 by 2. This is a solution for this given integral. Yes, what we have done initially, we have converted in terms of sine and cos. Yes, this became I, applying the property as lower limit is 0, upper limit minus x. Yes, then took the LCM, then added these two integrals. Yes, we are left with finally, yes, sine x by 1 plus sine x. We have added 1, subtracted 1, and we have, this is like a minus b by c, a by c minus b by c. Yes, we have split the integral. Then here 1 by 1 plus sine x is left. Two methods. The first method is applying the property. The second method is multiplying and dividing with 1 minus sine x. So this became 1 minus sine x by, numerator is 1 plus sine x into 1 minus sine x is equal to a plus b into a minus b form 1 minus sine square x, which is cos square x. So 1 by cos square x is secant square x. Sine x by cos square x is sin x by cos x into 1 by cos x, which is nothing but secant x into tan x. Integral of secant square x is tan x. Integral of secant x tan x is secant x. Then applying the limits cautiously. In the final step, yes, taken pi common. I want the value of I. So I is equal to pi into pi plus 2 by 2. Yes, here minus 1 minus 2 minus, so plus 2, outside minus is there. Here you'll be getting pi into pi minus 2. Pi into pi minus 2. Yes. Now, yes, let us work out the last problem. Applying the property here, I is equal to 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. Yes, this is pi by 2 minus x. Sine of pi by 2 minus x. Cos of pi by 2 minus x. Because lower limit is 0, we can write it as upper limit minus x. That is what I am trying to do here. Sine power 4 pi by 2 minus x plus cos power 4 pi by 2 minus x dx. Right. This will become 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2 minus x into, this is sine of 90 minus x is cos x. Cos of 90 minus x is sin x. Denominator sine 90 minus x cos x. Power 4 is there. So you're going to get cos power 4x. Even cos power 4 pi by 2 minus x, you're going to get sine power 4x dx. Right. This is I. Add these two. What you're going to get? 2i is equal to integral of 0 to pi by 2. Yes, the LCM will be cos power 4x plus sin power 4x. And here the numerator is x sin x cos x. X sin x into cos x. While here the numerator is pi by 2 into cos x into sin x minus x into sin x into cos x. So these two will get cancelled and you will be left with here pi by 2, write it outside, integral of 0 to pi by 2 cos x into sin x by cos power 4x plus sin power 4x. Cos x into sin x by cos power 4x plus sin power 4x. Then how to evaluate this integral? Yes, here if you apply the property again, pi by 2 into integral of 0 to pi by 2, this is cos of pi by 2. 1 second, there's no need to apply for the property also. We do one thing, take cos power 4x common initially. So this is cos x sin x by cos power 4x common. If you are left with 1 plus tan power 4x dx. So here cos x, 1 cos x will get cancelled. So this is sin x by cos cube x. So which is nothing but sin x by cos cube x is nothing but, yes, tan x into secant square x. Tan x into secant square x by 1 plus tan power 4x dx. Now put tan square x is equal to t. Put tan square x is equal to t. What happens? This is nothing but 2 tan x into derivative of tan x is secant square x into dx is equal to dt. Right. Now the limits also will change. Limits also will change. If you write here, the old limits are 0 and pi by 2. So the new limits will be when x is equal to 0, t also will be 0, tan 0 is 0. When x is equal to pi by 2, t will become tan square pi by 2, which is nothing but infinity. So the new limits will be pi by 2 into integral of 0 to infinity. Yes, tan x into secant square x dx. From this is 1 by 2 dt. So write 1 by 2 outside. Already pi by 2 is there. It will become pi by 4. Okay. So this is dt by 1 plus t square. Dt by 1 plus t square. So 1 by 1 plus t square is nothing but tan inverse t. Tan inverse t within the limits 0 to infinity. Now apply the limits. This is nothing but tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of 0. Tan inverse of infinity is tan. I can write it as tan inverse of tan pi by 2. Tan pi by 2. This is minus tan inverse of 0 is nothing but tan 0. So tan inverse tan pi by 2 is pi by 2. This is pi by 4. Pi by 4 into pi by 2 is pi by 8. 2i. This is pi square by 8. Pi square by 8. 2i is equal to pi square by 8. So I is equal to pi square by 16. So after applying the property once, yes, I have taken here cos power 4x common. I am left with tan x into secant square x in the numerator, while denominator is 1 plus tan power 4x. Then I substituted tan square x as t. Its derivative is 2 tan x into derivative of tan x is secant square x. Yes, in substitution method, in definite integrals, limits also will change. So old limits are 0 to 0 and pi by 2. New limits will be 0 and infinity. So 0 to infinity became dt by 1 plus t square. Integral of 1 by 1 plus x square dx is tan inverse x. So this is tan inverse t. Applying the limits, infinity can be written as tan pi by 2. Pi by 4 into pi by 2 is pi square by 8. Finally, the value of I is pi square by 16. Thank you for watching my session. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you.